Welcome back, everyone. This is Fry Daddy with Fry Daddy's Gear Reviews. If you're into precision-made gear, you're going to love this. Today we're going to be looking at the Nottingham Tactical TiButton single lock standard length pin. So, this pin is made in the United States. It's made from titanium and it's built like a vault. So let's get into it. Nottingham Tactical pins are known for their clean, minimalist aesthetic, and the single lock version is no exception. Machined from a solid bar of grade 5 titanium, the standard length model comes in at about 5.25 inches long and 0.44 inches in diameter. The finish is usually either a bead blasted or stone wash finish. This one in particular is a stone wash. I like it. It's a little more of the polished kind of look as opposed to the bead blast, which is more darker kind of aesthetic. I prefer this one. But either finish you pick is going to give it that rugged yet super refined look that just works in any setting. So let's kind of do some size comparisons here. So we're going to first start with something that pretty much everybody has in their house. It's a Sharpie. I mean, pretty standard right there. Looks pretty dang close. Then the other hand is going to be your standard old Bic pen you'd get at Walmart or, Office Depot, something like that. And then lastly, since these are a little bit expensive, we're going to also compare it to $1. So this is a $2 bill, but a size of a regular $1. But anyways, so that is the comparisons. So one of the best things about this pen, really, from an aesthetic standpoint, it's just the simple, streamlined design. There's no hot spots, no weird flares, just raw and functional beauty. The next thing we're going to talk about is the mechanism itself. So this mechanism is machined completely in-house by Nottingham Tactical. The way it goes back and forth is through the use of a single stainless steel spring, so less parts to break. It's not a bunch of stuff that they actually machine in their shop. That's what I have been led to believe. I will make a change if something is different, but that's what I've been told. It's all machined in-house. So the single lock mechanism, they have two mechanisms when dealing with the TiButton itself. There's the single lock and the double lock. So your double lock is going to require you to press this, which is right here. If you see, you press this right here and you would press the button at the same time in order to lock it, which is great if you're somebody that accidentally clicks their pen, if they put it in their pocket or something, it accidentally clicks. This one, on the other hand, as opposed to having to press the button, you don't have to on this one. You literally just push it like a normal pen, and it'll have that button sticking out right there. And you just press that, and it comes back out. So as you can see, it's a very satisfying and smooth button here. I mean, it's just this pen is just great. That's all I can say about it. Let's talk about writing. So what kind of refill does this pen use? This pen uses the Pilot G2 style refill. That's what it ships with, which is a solid choice for me right out the gate. This is one of those that I really, really prefer as the Pilot G2 pen. And personally, I like the way it writes. So as you can see, forgive my bad handwriting. Writes really well, doesn't skip, it's not going to bleed everywhere, things like that. It's just a great writing cartridge to use. So, anyways, on to the next thing. We're going to talk about the grip itself. So the grip is a smooth feeling grip, but it's not slippery. Like if you hold on to it, it's going to hold there. I like the half. These are the dots. I like the half dots. And it's one of my, in terms of favorite patterns, most comfortable to write with. It's incredible. Next, we'll move on to the pocket clip. Now, this is kind of a big deal breaker for me. If there is terrible retention on these, I don't want anything to do with it because if you wearing it in a shirt pocket, it's sliding around, which is not okay. You know, and this one's pretty good. I like this. This is kind of that bent clip. They also have an option to, there's like a little ring that if you take this out, it hooks in right here, kind of like this, but it has a piece that comes out and you can actually screw a milled titanium clip to this, which is really cool. That's kind of a, you know, you want to give it a little extra flair. That's something you can add to the pin itself, which I think is pretty dang cool. The build quality on this pin is just next level. It really is. There are no seams, no wobble in the mechanism. The button travel is consistent every time. It's a very smooth action, literally every single time. This is the kind of pin that it just gets better with age. The marks, the carry mark, those are just stories you have. They're like the, you know, Chris Reeve of the pin world. They really are. They're one of the just nothing flashy. This pin is just to have. This is something that if it's something that's important enough to you, you could carry it for years, decades. It's something you can pass down to your kids if you want. Now, a big thing about this pin is not cheap. For the price of this pin, I can buy 150 of these. So why would I do that? What would be the purpose of picking this over something like this? And to me, it comes down to just overall machining quality and build quality. That's what really makes it for me. So this comes back to, who is this pin for? So the TiButton single lock is for people who just want that minimalist, bomb-proof writing tool with a little bit of personality and a whole lot of engineering behind it. It's not a flashy pen, but it feels expensive in hand. And with the all-metal button and the really solid actuation and smooth actuation, it will outlast most of your gear. Compared to the dual lock version, the single lock version is just faster to use and has a slightly lighter click feel. So you probably get more functionality over fidgety with the double lock, but the single lock is going to bring that fidget factor into it, which I think is important as well. So final thoughts. In my opinion, the Nottingham Tactical TiButton single lock is one of the cleanest and most well-executed pins you can buy in the high EDC space. Is it a splurge? Yeah, but it's kind of one of those tools you'll carry for years, maybe even decades. If you want a no-nonsense, high-performing pen that just works and keeps on working, the single lock TiButton absolutely deserves a place in your rotation. That's all for today, folks. Let me know in the comments, are you single lock or TiButton single lock or team double lock? If you've already got a Nottingham Tactical pen in your pocket, what's your setup? Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss the next gear review. Catch you in the next one.